How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. We're back with another video. The drywall passed the inspection and we're pretty happy now. So we get to start doing some of the mud on the walls, and we call it mud, but it's really drywall compound. I think that's what it's called. So we're going to get started on that. I don't know if, I know Ricky's supposed to give us a hand with it, and the carpenter's supposed to come down and give us a hand, but Ricky's he's on the sick side today. He's not feeling real good, so he probably won't be down, but maybe the carpenter might show up. But we're going to do our best to go around and get some of the walls taped, and we're going to be using a mesh tape on the seams and a paper tape on the corners. Now, I personally never worked with paper tape in my life. I'm not a drywall guy. We did about 3 or maybe 3 houses. Julie and I, we helped out with about 3 houses and a few rooms here and there. So we don't know a lot about it, but we know enough about it to make it look good enough to paint and okay for us. So I won't be showing you a lot of detail on everything because, you know, it's not what we do. But I will show you what we're using, and I'm going to be leaving links in the description down below of the tools that we use from Amazon. I noticed you've been using my Amazon associate account, and one nice thing about that, whatever you order from there, it doesn't affect what you pay for anything. It just gives me a small commission, which helps us out on our bill, which is pretty nice too. So we'll be leaving some links in the descriptions down below of the tools, and if you watch any of the Barndominium videos, there's probably going to be tools in the description. That way you'll have a link to click on, and like I said, you don't have to buy what's in the link. If you just go through that link and purchase something, we get a commission from it. And no extra cost to you either, which is nice. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and start, we're going to be mixing, we're going to stir this mud up. Now, anytime Julie and I has ever done it before, we really didn't have a good mixer. We used a stick to stir it, and I got one of these big mixers. Let me show you this mixer. We got a couple of them here. Ricky brought us down a couple of mixers we could be using for our...
This is called an egg beater.
I'm not sure.
I think that was the name of it.
Okay, if that's an egg beater, whatever that one is.
Yeah.
But we're going to be using these, and somebody said, hey, you got to watch, you'll burn your drill up. But we're going to try to burn my drill up today. Let's see if we can burn mine up. I'll show you what my drill looks like. Okay, so here's the drill we're going to be mixing the mud with. And I don't think we're going to burn this drill up. This is a monster. This thing actually makes our egg beater look small. So we're going to go ahead and get this hooked up in here so we can start a bucket of mud getting it mixed. I think this thing has a 3/4 inch chuck on it. Look at this beast. It almost takes 2 people to hold it. So I don't think we're going to burn this one up. This is a heavy one. That is a drill. So let's get it in a bucket of mud and give it a try. Alright, you remember I said work smarter, not harder. I picked up one of these little dollies, and it's great for rolling this mud around. We'll just leave one on top of the other one, and we can roll this around in the room anywhere we want and get our mud. We're going to have to set this guy down on the floor because our drill is just going to be too high.
Alright, that's not going in, so maybe I'll just take it out.
Okay, here's our mud. You know what's crazy is normally when I would see a bucket of mud like this, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Normally when I'd see a bucket of mud like that, it would have a piece of plastic on the top of it. And it doesn't. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works, but let's turn this heater off because I'm going to need that plug in. Let's see. spends the whole bucket. Man, it's not gonna take long. I need about a cup of water, Jewel.
Oh, you're gonna have to hold on just a second. I already started to take the mess.
Oh, I'm gonna make a mess. This is like icing.
Ooh.
Somebody in the video said that they were having a hard time getting their tape to stick. Probably because it's really cold, you know. Just give me just a little bit. You can just dump it out of that thing.
Oh, here, we got this old pop bottle over here.
Yeah, there's some water in the pop bottle there.
Yeah. I mean a water bottle.
Give me just a little bit.
A little bit more than that.
Now, I've seen actually people put dish liquid in this thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
About half of that.
Hope you don't fling it everywhere.
Oh, this thing's gonna leave a mess.
Yeah, what do we want to set that on?
Oh, man.
How about this big piece of cardboard?
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll have to rinse it off before we leave.
Off here. Where do you want it?
Just drop there. Well, that mixed the mud pretty daggone good, if you ask me. Kind of made a little bit of a mess, but
Here's the scooper.
all right.
Whenever.
So we put, I don't know, she put about half a cup or so of water in there. I'm not sure how much. I always thought maybe just around a cup or something, but I think that'll work. We're just gonna mess around, Julie and I, doing screw holes in the seams. And then when Ricky and the carpenter gets here, we'll work on some of the corners and stuff. Now that right there Julie's working with is the, that's the
Sticky head.
stinky mesh, like.
Yeah.
Now bring that over here and
Not
show them what
very
it looks
sticky,
like.
though.
That's what it looks like, and it just looks like screen.
Yeah, sticky on
pulled
that
up
side.
here. Right there is what it looks like.
Let's straighten this up.
It's like a screen, and the mud can go through it, but it just kind of gives it. It's almost like pouring concrete, and then you put this. You know, you put your concrete over your rebar. Well, you're just putting your drywall compound over this, and it kind of ties it all together, which is pretty cool. So Julie's working on those seams, and then we can get started here. Yeah, when she gets about done with whatever she wants to do on the seams.
Yeah.
Julie's still taping seams. Did you want to show them a little bit about how you're putting the tape on the next one? Be careful coming down off there. She's on a ladder on a scaffold.
Which is probably very dangerous, but
Somebody got to do it.
yeah, somebody gotta do it. Might as well be me, I guess. Okay, what I do is just unroll your tape and then start in the corner and just try to even it up with your seam here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I try to at least make it as close to perfect as I can. Just take your time and then just press it as you're going. Fairly simple process.
Doesn't take a rocket scientist.
No, heck no. If it did, I wouldn't be doing it. Just press it down as you go. Then when you come to somewhere you need to stop, just carry a carpenter knife with you, and then I just cut it And that's about it. That's all there is to it.
So we haven't done any tape seams or corners.
No,
The paper tape. Them guys are going to come and show us.
They're going to show us because I've always just used this in the corners and it worked well for us, but they want to use the paper, so
We got paper for them.
yeah, if they want to do that, then they can do that.
All right.
So I'm just going to keep going with this
So that's what Julie's doing.
on all the flat seams, no corners.
I'm actually moving some more stuff to the garage. As you guys seen, we got the garage or the house pretty well cleaned out now. Everything's out of here but what we're going to need for drywall. So, and hopefully it don't take us too many years to get it done.
We're hoping within a month.
Yeah, we're hoping a month. That's our goal anyhow.
Because we're
1
kind of
month.
slow at it. We don't know what we're
If nobody helps, if Rick and Ronnie can't help, then it might be longer than a month. But right now we're saying a month. So we'll see. All right, so we have the whole room taped now. We got the ceiling taped and we got all the walls taped in these in the kitchen and living room. So what we're gonna do now is Julie's gonna go around and do the screw holes. And then I am gonna come around and do the seams. Just where the two pieces of wood come together. So, I'm gonna pull this out a little bit. You guys can sit there and watch us goof all this up.
Yeah.
We're not the greatest, that's for sure. So that just goes to show you anybody could do it. You just got to do it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a light layer on. We're not going to put a big heavy layer on. We're going to do it all in pretty light layers. That way, hopefully we won't have as much sand. This is the wall we get to practice on because pretty much none of it is going to be seen. Because you're going to have cabinets up here and a backsplash down here.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do a perfect job on it. So this gives us a little bit of practice.
It's been a while since we did drywall.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
I was hoping we was never ever going to have to do it again, but it didn't pan out that way.
All right. No, I don't think so. So before the end of the day, we'll get you back in here and show you what we got finished up. I'm sure you don't want to sit there and watch us do every little bit of this mud. Because we're not very good at it anyhow.
It
So.
might be getting a good laugh out of us.
Well, we probably are getting a good laugh. That's okay. It's all about having fun anyhow.
I'm laughing at us too.
All right. We'll see you guys in a bit. I would never want to do this for a living.
Huh?
I would never want to do this for a living.
No, this is boring as heck.
I'm probably not putting enough mud on, or I'm probably putting too much mud on. I'm just getting a coat on it, that's all. Then the guys that know what they're doing can come and give us a hand. You know what I mean?
Alright, that one's coming out because it's not screwing it in, so I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to try something else.
We're almost done for the night. I'm going to try to get this side of the ceiling finished. And all I'm doing is putting a very light coat on it, just kind of sealing up the crack and filling in all the screw holes. So, you know, a lot of you out there wonder why I'm not really doing a lot of focusing on what I'm doing. Because I'm probably not doing this right, and you guys are probably laughing at me anyhow. So, I'm just doing the best that I can because I don't do drywall. But this is what I got to do. A little bit more in here. We did get the hallway somewhat done. We got most everything done besides the corners. So what I'll do, right before we leave tonight, I'll show you what we got done.
That's a lot of screws.
There's a whole lot of screws.
That was way overkill there.
This is pretty bad when the inspector says a little overkill on the screws. So, but he was happy with it. And that's all that counts. As long as he's good with it, we're good with it. I mean, it's just screw holes. They're not that hard to cover. I think we'll be okay.
You forgot that one up there.
I know, I can't reach
Oh,
it.
can't reach it. Okay.
We'll move over a little bit. Hopefully it won't fall off the scaffold.
Yeah, be careful.
I wish I was professional at this stuff. I'd show you how to do it. But I'm not. This is what we got done so far. We got one coat on seams and screws. We didn't do the corners yet. But Ricky and Ronnie was supposed to give me a hand with those, so I've never done the paper tape before, so they're supposed to show me how to do it and then we can get her done. So we got all that done. We got the ceiling all done. Yes, there is a million screws. And we got the hallway all done. We just got to do them corners. I don't know if they're really hard to do or what, but we get the corners done, we'll have at least one coat on all this. Now, Julie and I are not having any issues with what we're doing. But we'll see about them corners. And she's in here trying to use up what mud we got in the can, right in the trough, you know, right now. We can use it up. I don't want to really waste it because we're going to need a lot of it. This is just the tip of the iceberg for mud. So I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow.